I am safe. I am safe to show up. I am safe to show up authentically me. I am safe to take up space. I am safe to be seen. I am safe to believe myself. I am safe to take up space. I am safe to speak my truth. I am safe to speak my inner dialogue. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe to show people who I am. I am safe to be me. I am safe to share my thoughts, my desires. I am safe to share where I'm at. I am safe. Hey guys, it's me, ABSD. And this is the Inner Dialogue podcast. I'm sitting here in this space tonight giving space for what I need. I find it so valuable to have given myself space the last couple of days because I have not been feeling like myself. One of the stems that I realized over the last week, I showed my podcast to the world, my world. I put it out there for people to know that it existed, to open it up to other people hearing me, listening to me. And my world has been consumed by that. I'm so afraid that I'm going to lose the hobby, that I'm just pouring everything into it in a short period of time. That's not sustainable. I am a hobby enthusiast, and so many of my hobbies don't stick because I think I put too much into it too fast. But I want this one to stick because this is a space that I know is important and I want to grow in. But I put too much too fast. And essentially started creating burnout for myself in a passion project that I've only been doing for a month. I posted like 6 episodes in a fucking week. Why? Part of that was I got excited and I had a lot of stuff recorded, but I hadn't been doing anything with it. And it had been about 10 days. And then I got excited and started processing what it would be like to put this on social media, creating a safe space for myself, leaning into what that would feel like, preparing as much as I could without having known what that experience was going to be like. It's hard to be vulnerable in a world where vulnerability is not always met with kindness. And that's just past wiring in my brain because so much of my vulnerability has been met with kindness. There are people in my world who are just so supportive and kind. And that's 99% of my world right now. But vulnerability in my world has not always been met with kindness. And the comment that came up in another episode is that it was used as ammo. And it was referring to my family specifically, but that's not just my family that has done that. That's other people in my life too, that have taken my vulnerability and used it as ammo. And so being vulnerable in a space where anybody can experience that is fucking terrifying, y'all. If you don't know, because you probably don't know, because I've never explained it in this space, I've made comments and references to me being president of the United States in 2032. I plan to run to be president of the United States in 2032. This is the start of my campaign, this podcast, creating a space online for me to be vulnerable, for people to see me grow, for my journey to be known. And I have some really cool campaign things planned along the way, especially the year before the election, that as those develop more, I will share that in this space. But y'all, this is the journey. This is the beginning of the journey. Welcome. I've been calling it my 10-year plan because it is, and it started over a year ago, where I was flooded with thoughts and plans to how to to make our world, to make our country a better place, to make people's lives a better place, a better life, to make the next generation that come after us be set up for success and not failure, to teach people how to be better, to give people the things that they need so they're not having to sacrifice so much in their life just to have the things they need that they can't do, or have the things that they want, to give people time back into their life, to spend it doing the things they love with the people that they love, to give wholeheartedness to people, a chance to just be their motherfucking unique selves, because we're all on this planet for a goddamn reason. We are all here to just live our own fucking lives. That reason doesn't have to be anything else but that you can take comfort in the fact that you exist in this timeline right now because of the fact that you are meant to. The idea that we are always right where we are meant to be, even in the worst and shittiest moments of our lives, that we are exactly where we are meant to be. Saying that brings up just sadness for me, because so much tragedy and trauma and bullshit happens in our world. So much that could be prevented. There's tragedy every fucking day. And we can't control that, and we can't stop that, and that's life. Because life is the most unpredictable thing that we do. But it's also the most fucking exciting. because we get to exist, we get to love, we get to taste and experience and smell and touch and feel and have fucking pleasure and continue the population that we are living in, the human population. We get to be our motherfucking unique selves. So I'm a hobby enthusiast. And I get so deep dive so fast. And I think a piece of that is to what I attribute to the neurodivergence in my brain that I've never been tested for or have figured out. I would love to get my brain scanned for like a multitude of things. But I would love to do that. So if anybody knows how I can do that, yeah, message me on Instagram, the Alyssa Deloach. Would love to have some resources. That was a really, really cool riff. So yeah, I'm going to be president of the United States. I'm going to be president of this country because like the way that we have set up this country is just setting us up for failure. And every fucking moment of the day, another thing happens in this world where it's like, yep, we're setting ourselves up for failure. We're setting the generation up behind us for failure. Okay, so we must do something to change it and to help. I had a lot of anxiety in my body when I sat down here tonight, and now I'm like, damn, Alyssa, you just spoke from the fucking heart. Yeah, I have been dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome. A lot of imposter syndrome. And it sucks. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. So part of the deal with mindset is that you are retraining your brain to think differently. We all have these neural pathways in our brains that the more we use them, the more defined they get. But that being said, all of the pathways are available and exist to us at all times. We just have to walk down it again. And that's why affirmations exist. And I used my affirmations for the first time today in a really long time. And I needed them so badly. But I've been dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome because through dealing with this in therapy this week, I realized that I have all these labels of things that have happened to me in my life. And they're labeling like the trash bags. So I've taken all this dirty laundry and I've put it in these trash bags. Actually, it's clean laundry. And I put it in these trash bags and I've labeled the trash bags. But I've never actually opened them to clean them out. I haven't gotten to the stage where I donate them, right? I've cleaned out the house, but they're still sitting in my fucking car and I haven't dropped them off at Goodwill. Because I haven't actually processed them yet. And sitting in therapy yesterday, just crying. I don't cry a lot in therapy, but man, I felt heavy yesterday. And maybe getting to a point where I just was open yesterday. There wasn't a sense of hesitantness. Being hesitant, I don't know. I was just open. And it felt good. And I've been open in therapy, but this was a different type of open. I'm at a point with my therapist where we have a really great relationship. I've been seeing her now for about 16 sessions. And I really like her and she does great work. And I am a complex person, y'all. For me to be where I am today, complexities. And I'm still opening all the doors and unlocking the secret rooms behind the bookcases. But I know they're there. And that's a difference than a year ago, 2 years ago. Is that I know they're there and I know how to open them. I just have to sit with myself and do it. And the thing about it is that I have to open one bag at a time. I can't just dump all the bags back on the floor and expect myself to sort through it. I have to open a bag and pull a piece out, one piece at a time. Because if I pour the whole bag out, then I'm overwhelmed. And then I just shove it all back in the bag because I'm overwhelmed and I can't deal with it. So I realized that yesterday in therapy. And a big piece of that was I feel like an imposter. I know the things and that I'm saying in this space and the thoughts that come out of me are my thoughts. But saying them in a space where other people can hear is scary. It's scary. And I'm still learning how to be myself. I'm still learning how to be authentically me. And I think there's a lot of beauty in that, right? Because becoming oneself is the greatest life journey of all. That's all we're meant to do in this world and in this bodysuit is just to be ourselves. And it's the path of self-discovery that we live the most fulfilled, wholehearted lives. And we're always discovering more and more and more about ourselves. But because our world is a capitalist world, we just have this nature of competition that is built into it. And because of that competition, it is like dandelions. No, that's a bad example. But in springtime, there are dandelions fucking everywhere. They spread, right? Capitalism is toxic and it spreads like the pandemic. And I just so wholeheartedly believe that our country is so young and we have so changed and grown so much since we've written our rules and written our government. And I want to challenge you to think about how many times in the last 5 years the company that you work for has tried to change and grow because of the changing world that we live in. I'll wait. Why hasn't our country done that at all? Our rules, the way that we live, the way that we care for the people that live in this country is not sustainable. And that's bullshit because we're not actually living for the people, by the people. I can never remember the third one. I wanted to get it tattooed on my body so I wouldn't forget, but I just haven't taken the time to learn it. My brain takes a lot to learn things. And part of that is I think I just have a lot of original thoughts. And so sometimes things that I learn don't make sense to me. That's how my brain works. My brain works different. And I've pretended for a long time that my brain works the same. But I'm on my own path of self-discovery and self-love. It all starts with self-love. In order to get to self-discovery, you have to love yourself first. What a beautiful concept. So this whole episode, I was going to sit down and kind of give you guys like a, hey, I haven't been doing so well the last week and I need some space from this. And I am going to give myself that. I am going on a cruise for 10 days and, well, we're going on vacation for 10 days, but we're going on a cruise for a week. Family reunion, bitches. It's going to be so fun. It's finally hit me that we're doing it. I'm so fucking excited. Yeah, we leave in less than a week. Whoa. We're going on vacation in less than a week. Whoa. It's wild. Holy shit. Oh my God. Holy shit. To go to Florida, y'all, I processed going to Florida the first time in April. I was there for a week for a bachelorette party, but I was in my hometown on both sides. I processed that trip in therapy for an entire month. Not just in therapy, but every day for a month. Going back as me, going to Florida as the person I am now, because I am not the same person that I was when I left. Not even fucking close. And thank goodness. But I was scared to be me. And through that trip, I just realized how loved I am and how many people are just sitting, cheering me on because they want to see me fucking blossom and fly and go. And I'm so fortunate to have such an amazing group of humans around me. And that's a privilege that I will not take for granted, and a privilege that I will use to help the world grow. Your support of this journey is important. And if you are sitting in this space, I hope that you support it. I hope that you are here to learn more about me, about what I want and the change that I want. I hope you are here because you know you're loved and because you want to learn something and better yourself and the people around you, not just for a moment, but for lasting change. And I hope you share this with someone that you love, because this is the future. And it's taken me a while to get to the point where I can say that so confidently and know. But y'all, I just know. God, angels, and the universe have been preparing me for this, one, my whole life. But two, I have been processing and planning for years. And the thoughts and the desires that I've had led me to the realization that I need to run to be president to make the change and to help our country grow and heal the way that I know that I need to do a little over a year ago. Our world can be better. Your life can be better and will be. And my journey of being and discovering myself, learning how to do that so I can share that with others, learning how to do that so we can help our country grow and better itself for the generations that come after us. I gotta pause this. Hold on.